Financial Fashion Network is a platform we have created to host events and build community by creating content that promote personal development, financial awareness, and mental health. And it's our main goal to be a motivating force to everyone in the world. Now, if you want to support our brand, you can go to www.fnfstore.com and you can find our apparel and you can, support the brand. Take a look at our hoodies, take a look at our joggers. It's getting ready to get cold. So if you see something you like, you can actually get 10% off your first order by using discount code FNF10. Thank you. You are now tuned in to We Invest Different podcast, where we have high-level conversations. I'm Mr. John Michael Best.
And I'm Victor Thomas II.
Let's tap in. On conversation number 49, we talked about our perspective and our stance on the YSL case and how we feel about Gunna. Also, we talked about how important it is for us to be ethical as men and stand and take responsibility and accountability for all of our actions. Tap in. Thank you for tuning in to another conversation of We Invest Different podcast. I'm co-host Mr. John Michael Best.
And I'm your other co-host, Victor Thomas II.
And it's good to be back for another episode conversation. I'm feeling well. How you feeling today, King?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Just waking up. I don't know what it is, man, but it's just like something I don't know, man. It's like something just on me that's like feel good. You know what I mean? Because usually when I wake up, I still be a little, still waking up. But today, it feel like it's an energy that's like, yeah, it's hard to explain, bro, but it feel good.
Yeah, you ain't foggy. Like your mind ain't foggy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I feel you. I felt like that. Once I finally got like some real good quality sleep.
That might be what it is, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is, bro. You feel renewed, like slightly. You feel like your body feel like it has been reset.
Makes sense, because I did get some good rest, man. I actually took a nap yesterday for the first time in forever.
What?
Yeah, so that could be, my body been needing that rest.
Well, you ain't never lie. I slept for a long time yesterday myself.
Right.
It's good I'm getting ready to make some content about sleep, man, because it affects the mental health a lot. Like on everything. Sometimes we'll be like, oh man, like some people be like, man, why you angry all the time? Like certain people be having anger issues going throughout the day. And it's like, they be thinking that it's probably coming from normal stress. And it can simply come from you just not getting enough sleep.
Simple as that.
Simple as that, bro.
But how you doing though, man?
I'm well, bro. I'm well. Like I said, still getting this time management thing together as far as my sleep, because when I get home from money laundering, on some days I still have to go into father mode because I'm a father 24/8, 25/8.
Yeah, right.
So, some days when I come home, Chels also runs a business. So we both have an understanding, we have to both continue to still put in work. So on some days when I get home from work and I still have to go to work the next day, some days when she off, she wants to work on her business. So even though I need to get some rest, I still have to, still take Michael so she can get her some time in. It's only right.
All right. That balance.
Right. But it's all for the best, man. And I see that it's all about that vision. Of us accomplishing the goal that we set out to accomplish in this season of my life and our life. So
right. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
But man, tapping into the topic, I was struck pretty hard by it, but it's definitely something that I needed to release and talk about to get it off of my mental health, because it definitely has been like it saddened my spirit, kind of. Because this person we're getting ready to talk about, he from, both of our side of town. To be honest, like we all come from the same side of town. actually the middle school he went to, my auntie taught at that middle school. Our auntie taught at that middle school.
Mm.
So very he's very in the community. He got a store at the school and everything. So the guy really from the South, really from College Park. So I felt kind of close to him. So the conversation about Gunna is, do I agree? What was the question?
Just was he wrong in what he did, basically? And what the stuff that he agreed to in that court case before he got released.
That shit tough, bro. That shit make my stomach drop because it's like, damn. It's like in my opinion, it's like two perspectives. One is like, okay, let me part of my answer is a question though. Cause it's like there's a scenario, it's like, okay, we both in the car, we both get caught up in something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we both get stopped and there's stuff in the car. And when we get stopped, nobody said it was whoever's. You know what I'm saying? Nobody like it's not mine, it's not mine. Both of us say it's not ours. So that means both of us go to jail. Now, I think that right there is the same as snitching, in my opinion. Like I feel like, okay, if you can't take your shit, like if you gonna let me go to jail, if you gonna let me go to jail with you when you know it's your shit, I think that me saying that it's not my shit is not wrong. I didn't say it was yours, but I'm just saying it's not mine.
So you saying that's not wrong? Saying it's not yours is cool?
Yeah, saying it ain't mine, I feel like saying that shit ain't mine is cool. Like saying it ain't yours is cool. Like because at the end of the day, he's saying the same thing. Both of y'all not saying nothing. Is both of y'all both saying it's not mine. That's why both of y'all going to jail.
I can see that.
And so I'm saying, so like indirectly, by you not saying nothing, you saying it's mine. You see what I'm saying? By us not saying nothing, we both are saying it's one of ours.
I can see that.
Indirectly.
I can see that. But we also, at the same degree, sound like it's saying it's his. At the same time.
But I didn't say that. That's not. But when it comes down to the court of law, I didn't say that though.
True.
Like I literally said it's not mine. I didn't say it was his. I didn't say it was such and such. I didn't say shit. I just said it wasn't mine.
Yeah.
So like, even if I didn't even say that, with you not saying it's yours when you know it's yours and you gonna let me go to jail, I feel like that's fucked up.
Right. And that's why I said what I said. That's kind of like saying like it's yours. Like even though I didn't like me, if it's mine and I didn't claim it as mine, that's damn near like me saying it's his.
Right. Like, nigga, take this shit. That's basically what you saying. Like, take this shit with me, bro.
Yeah.
Don't let me go. Like, don't let me go by myself, bro. That's some lame shit. You let me go to jail by myself.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like in this particular situation, though, in this particular scenario, now I don't fully agree with him saying like he agreed that it was a game, bro, and that he knew that it was like criminal activity going on with the members inside of YSL. Now, when he said yes, ma'am, to that, it really fucked the whole thing up because it's like, man.
Yeah, man. And until I saw that, bro, I was kind of like, okay, Gunna just trying to, he trying to finesse the system. But when I saw that, I was like, I don't know, man. That's kind of snitching right there. And I get it. Like, do what you need to do to get home, but if you're gonna be involved in that code, it's rules to it.
But question after that though, okay, now saying that you know information, is that saying the information? But you still saying that it's a gang though. That's the thing. Yeah, no matter what information, like he didn't give up no information, but only thing he did say was that it was a gang, and he knew that some people in the gang had done some criminal activity. But I mean, who don't know that though? Like that's public record. Like that's public record, and they already knew that, other members in the gang had criminal activity. But my thing is saying like, you still said that it was a gang. But that's my question though. My question is like, you saying that you know, is that the same as saying like saying what the shit was? Like, cause you didn't call out a name and say, oh yeah, Yak Gotti did this, or you said, oh yeah, your thug did this. He didn't specifically say, yeah, Woot the Woot did that, Woot the Woot did that, Woot the Woot did that, Woot the Woot did that. But he did just say, oh yeah, I know that there's some criminal activity. Like, I ain't saying what criminal activity, but I do. Like, that's not it can be incriminating, but he would still have to say what the criminal activity was and have to give a name to it. So
Yeah,
that's
like
like
he wasn't specific in what somebody did. That was you saying.
right. So that's why it's still saying that, like, okay, like in the streets, a lot of people feel like he snitched, but like on paper, he didn't snitch, bro.
Yeah, I can see that. That's a real kind of tipsy, whatever the word folks be saying. Like,
See,
it
on the
go either
street
way.
code, though, on the street code, like real street code, they don't want no form of corroboration. That's just what that is. They don't want no, like, you can't say shit. That's what they looking for. Like, don't say
Okay.
nothing.
Now that's the thing that kind of had me confused. Cause I ain't in no street code. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like I can't sit here and say I'm a specialist at that shit. But that does sound familiar to me. Like, you can't say nothing at all. And from what I saw in that court video, it looked like Gunna said something. And it was enough to further raise speculation. Like, that can create more of a case.
I don't think so, bro. And see, that's what I'm saying. See, a lot of this stuff is feelings, bro. A lot of this stuff is feelings, because I feel it. A lot of this stuff is feelings, but when you look at that shit, bro, from a real angle, like, let's take the street shit out. Like, if we take all of the street shit out, besides the fact, like, you ain't specifically snitch on somebody, like, let's take the mindset of a street nigga's feelings out. Like that saying, like, oh yeah, you don't supposed to say nothing. Let's not say that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, if we look at it outside of that angle, like, he didn't give no names, bro. Only thing because it's not illegal. Like, even for him to say it's a gang, they still would have to prove the crimes. You still would have to do your job. Like, no matter what Gunna said, they still got to do their job to prove what the fuck he's saying. Like, because he didn't give them shit. Because the only thing you said was what they already was saying.
True. I never looked at it from that angle.
Right. So, like, no information that he agreed to was information that was new. Like, all of the information he said was stuff that they already know. Like, he didn't say shit. He just said that he knew that YSL was a label and a gang, because he got affiliated with YSL in 2015. They asked him that. He said yes. And he said that he knew that YSL was a label and a gang, and that members in YSL had done criminal activity.
But see, and you saying that that was what they already knew. Like, has any of that been proven?
Exactly.
Like, do they really know that do they really know that they had committed any crimes? That's the thing that I'm wondering.
But see, a lot of people had already Yak Gotti had just got out of prison the year prior, bro. He just got out of prison in 2020, 2021. He was in prison already. And he been in YSL. So that's why I was saying, bro, a lot. Even Unfunk too. Unfunk just got out of prison too.
Before all this started,
bro, both of them was locked up, bro. So, like, it's the open record that these niggas were they criminals, bro. YSL or not, these niggas are fucking criminals, bro.
Oh, I see that. Yeah.
So I feel like he didn't per se snitch, but he did. Like, if you're looking at it from a certain angle, certain people just feel like you shouldn't say nothing, Yeah. But when it comes to, like, the paperwork in black and white, bro, ain't say no names, bro. They still have to do their job regardless of what Gunna said.
That's a valid point. But the streets ain't seeing it from that point, man.
Boy, nah.
Seem like, and I don't know, man. I guess at the end of the day, it come down to what Gunna comfortable with. Is being a part of that street culture. You know what I'm saying? Because it seemed like it's over with when it comes to the street culture for him. Perhaps I don't know,
I
but
mean,
I guess it come down to how valuable is it to him, and I guess his freedom was a little more important, which I can't trip on anybody about making that decision because it ain't cool being in jail, bro. At all, it ain't
man,
cool at all. But I
my
mean,
whole thing, right? It's not cool, bro. But I just don't feel like we should. I just feel like it should also be a certain level of responsibility for Thug too. Like I feel like everybody missing the whole point as well. Like we be so caught up in like who snitching and who doing what, but we miss the whole moral code of like how you supposed to move anyway. Like I feel like shit. I don't know. I feel like to a certain extent, this is just how I feel. I could be wrong, bro. Like I just feel like to a certain extent, Thug know he guilty. Like he know he going for something. Like he going to jail for something.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? I think, of course, like he know, like I'm going to jail for something. I might not go for everything they got me on, but I'm going for something. And so, with him knowing that he has some level of guilt, I just feel like he need to let these niggas go home. Like because they going down because they saying it's you,
mm,
but these niggas going to jail off of that though. They going to jail off of because it's you, because they want you. You see what I'm saying? Like 12 want Thug. That's the reason why they giving pleas.
mm.
So evidently, bro, I don't know, bro. I just
But I
shit.
don't even know what Thug can do though. What can Thug possibly do to get them to go home? That's the other question.
Shit, Thug ain't gonna snitch on himself. See that what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. He could just go ahead and
Exactly.
yeah,
That's
just
what I'm
tell him what's
saying.
going
See,
on.
it's a thin line. That's what I'm saying. It's a thin line between me saying it ain't mine and you not saying shit at all.
Right. I see what you mean now. Yeah.
So like, what's the difference? Like you sitting here knowing you guilty of some shit, and I'm in jail. Like I know I'm innocent, but you ain't saying shit though. But I'm supposed to sit back and like let you go to trial and get all of us jammed up.
See, that's the issue with the code with me, man. I mean, I get it, but I don't at the same time. Cause it's almost like, well, if I got to go, y'all niggas got to go too. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Man, that shit lame as fuck.
And when it comes to that whole Charleston White shit, some of the shit he be standing on, like he be going about it in a funky ass way. Don't get me wrong, but some of that shit he be saying be valid, bro. When it comes to the street code, cause it really fucked up, man. It's almost like a selfish code, bro. Cause how many niggas sitting in jail right now because of some shit another nigga did that's taken away from their families and taken away from their careers. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Like,
bro.
damn, dog, that's fucked up, bro.
And I mean, we usually say, you know what, if the guy the breadwinner, then you know what I'm saying, do that time. But this nigga locked up too. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
not like, okay, if we would say that these niggas was locked up, but Thug was out and free, still making money, but taking care of niggas while they locked up for him, that'll be different.
Yeah.
Like he taking care of their family, he doing, but you locked up too, and you know you finna be jammed up, and you can't make that much money behind them. Like they gonna like the feds or whatever gonna make sure that they got your ass locked down. You see what I'm saying? Like they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna try to make it where you ain't got that much movement because this is a RICO case. It's different. This ain't just no regular shit. So like this is a RICO case. So they really trying to stop your whole operation. They trying to stop your whole movement. So they trying to freeze your funds. They trying to do all of this stuff. So how are you going to take care of me and my family? You ain't got it. Like he out of all of them members in YSL, bro, Thug ain't got that much money, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being for real. Like he ain't got that much money. Like you got millions, but how long is that gonna last, bro?
Real talk. Who knows? Who really knows?
See,
Seems
that
like
one.
Thug in it for the long haul though. Seems like he like fuck it. But I think that one thing that I don't know. Like I said, I ain't a part of the street code or the streets or nothing like that. But I don't know. I think some things could be readjusted, or it could just be taken how it come. But I get not wanting to tell on nobody, but I don't get like if I know I did it, I ain't gonna say nothing either. Like I don't understand that piece of it, bro. Cause it's like be grown about your shit. Be a grown man about your shit. Like nigga, if you gonna be out here doing whoop de whoop and it come down to it, like take your charge, bro.
If we did it together, that's different. Like if we did it together, that's different. Now, if they did this shit with him, bro, then nigga take your charge, bro.
Yeah.
Take your charge if you did it with him. But Gunna charges isn't charges like that. Like Gunna charges was like, yeah, I got caught. I was riding in the car with this nigga and he had all this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, and just because I'm connected with YSL, they connected me to this RICO case. So they got me on gang activity. You see what I'm saying? So like the only reason they got him in the gang activity is because he affiliated with YSL. And he like the most famous one next to Thug.
All right. That was almost like a chess move on their behalf.
Hell yeah. So it was just like, you know what? We ain't really got shit on you. We really can get you home. Like, cause they really ain't got shit on him. Like he already said that when they got caught with all that shit in DeKalb County, like they already know it wasn't his. Like it wasn't his. And I think shit, I don't know what happened. Like they got a like a whole webcam, bro. They got a whole cam video. Like, you know, the cop video, how they be having the little chest cam. They got a whole little cam of that whole situation, bro. It's open record. Like when they
Oh, you
got
talking about
stopped.
when they got caught on the street, but got pulled
Yeah.
over? Oh, I think I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. And Thug had on like a tank top or something.
Some shit like that, bro, with all them drugs and them guns on the car and that money.
Trip. And that just made me wonder, like, what is it that keep guys still doing that once they have success elsewhere? Like, why is it so hard to leave that old lifestyle behind when you can clearly, generate funds to take care of your family doing this? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know, bro. I think it's just the lifestyle. It's the lifestyle, bro. That's just the lifestyle.
Yeah.
If that's just the way you live, that's the way you want to live. It ain't got nothing to do with how much money you got. It's your lifestyle.
Sound like a mind frame thing too, man.
Yeah, bro. So that's just like how, okay, it's the same thing, bro. Like let's not make it like it's only melanated culture to do this, bro. Like let's look at the mafia. Like they make money, but they still continue to be a mafia. Like so it's like people have still been violent, been evil, been malicious, regardless of how much is in their bank account. And sometimes I feel that you be even more malicious when you have a fat bank account. So that really don't guarantee a better self just because you got some money. So it's like you're not gonna make better decisions just because you got more money.
That's heavy right there, bro. That's heavy right there.
But I can't. I'm not like. Let me set the record straight. Like I'm a fan of Thug. Like let's get that out the way. Like
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Young Thug, bro. But I'm a man too.
Right.
So at the end of the day, I feel like if you did some shit in the streets, I feel like everybody take their shit. You know what I'm saying? Everybody take their shit. I don't feel like nobody should snitch on nobody. But I also feel like if you're a man, you should take your shit. Just take your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. Like I said, I'm a fan of Young Thug. I'm a fan of like how he evolved. Like, cause I seen him evolve. Cause I remember when the content of his music started to grow. Cause I feel like around this time where these charges was happening, like 2015, 16, 17, I feel like during that time his music was more violent. But see, over time, his music changed, and I feel like he changed as well. So I don't feel like Thug is the same person as he was when all of these crimes and shit was taking place, bro. I feel like the last few years he changed. I don't
It
feel
looked
like he's
like
the
it,
same
man.
person.
Cause I noticed, man, I was looking at Thug and I was like, Thug gaining some weight. And you know, in the drug community, that's typically a good thing. You feel me? Like that mean
Right.
that a nigga kind of doing better on the drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nigga start gaining that weight back. So I was looking at him and telling something was changing. But you know, that's typically how it go down, man. As soon as nigga get the elevator, man, you know they gonna come and slap you.
For sure, bro. For sure. And I know, bro, he facing a lot of years. That's why he don't want to take his shit. That's all.
Yeah.
But see, that's what it is. Like, but see, how is that different?
What you mean?
That's what I'm saying. But how is that different though? Like, yeah, you don't like if he know if he take his shit, he finna ride for a long time. So how is that different from me saying like I'm finna keep these niggas down here with me? Fuck this shit. Like,
It's a tough call, man. But I think I think that's one of the things that, you know, people got to think about during their elevation. You know, when they do see a way out the streets, they really got to consider these things. Because I think a lot of people just be like, oh, I ain't got caught yet. You know what I mean? It ain't going to happen. But it very well can, and it usually does. It's either you going to, you know, in that culture, man, like they say, it's cliche. Either you going to go to jail or you going to get killed. And I don't think enough artists take that stuff serious, bro. And I don't think Thug did in this case either. And I just, you know, I just wish that he had, and I just hope that a lot of people learn from this situation. Like at some point, you got to leave that alone. You got to. Cause ain't no reason why Thug need to be around with all that. I mean, I can't say that because I don't know his money situation. But just from what I'm seeing, I know he could get at least 50 racks from a show. At least. And that's just me just making up something. You know what I
bro, you
mean? I
gotta
know he
remember.
can get that at least.
You gotta remember that this shit old, bro. This ain't recent, bro.
True.
Like this old Thug. So like this was around the time where niggas was really saying like, well, he said it himself, like he was almost going broke.
Mm-hmm.
So
But I mean, even with them getting caught with all that, though, that's recent. You
that
see
was
what
like
I'm saying?
2018, bro. I think.
2018. Dang,
Yeah,
this
I
jump
think
been
that was in
going on that
18.
long.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And see that murder that they tried to pin on him was in 15.
Damn.
So that's what I'm saying, bro. A lot of this shit old. That's what the feds like to do. But I feel like yeah, this is they got a new Thug, bro. They got a change Thug. Like he going through this shit. Like he ain't even the same person no more.
Damn, bro.
And I feel like, you know, I feel like I feel like that should be taken into consideration too, that he ain't got caught on no crimes in almost in the nearly 5 years.
Mm.
So like, come on, like give me some like you know what I'm saying? Like try to give me some leeway or some shit. Like I
Yeah.
ain't, you know, it's like I've been on a clean slate. I've been doing this, I've been doing that. But then too, they picking up rap lyrics and shit, bro. Like the judge just listened to what's the name of that song? YSL. It's called YSL Slime Shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's that slime shit. Yeah, kill 12 shit. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck 12 shit. Like and she said this is why he said this YSL shit. Kill 12 shit. So like them lyrics are like you saying what YSL is. So like you said that yourself. So like when it even comes to that, it's like who can snitch on you, bro? You don't say everything that you had to say in your music already. That's another point. It's like, what the fuck can I say that you ain't already said?
Damn. Got to be more careful, man.
And then too, bro, this verse on this Chris Brown song, like I memorized this verse. This shit was so hard. I ain't gonna lie. It's this song High End with Future and Thug.
Mm-hmm.
And Thug got a fire ass verse. I ain't gonna lie. Like he
Per
was
the
like,
usual.
caught my first body. I was a man from there. Nigga tried to take my money, I left his ass in there. Hopped inside that jag, I did the dash in there. I ain't finna stay on the scene. I let my lawyer handle that. What is that, bro? Like,
Damn.
come on, bro.
Damn.
That nigga said, caught my first body, I wasn't a man from there. Nigga tried to take my money, I left his ass in there.
Damn.
Then hopped inside that jag, I did the dash in there.
Yeah. And that's one thing I ain't never understood about rappers, man. Like, why they put all their business on the music, bro? That shit just been dumb to me, bro. Like, dumb, bro.
Bro, what, man?
Super
That
dumb.
tough, dog.
I don't understand that, man. I don't understand that at all.
But I mean, they got phone calls too. That's what I'm saying, bro. They got phone calls with him, you know, trying to get Lucci stabbed up and shit like that. Like, they got phone recordings and shit. And then the nigga that supposedly was supposed to try to stab Lucci, he done already admitted. Well, they already got the phone call, so he ain't had no choice. Like, they got you.
Yeah.
They already heard him get the okay to try another attempt type shit. So, like, CEO here, tapping in. I just wanted to remind all of our supporters and all of our listeners to share our podcast and encourage everybody to subscribe and get these great conversations. Back to the show. It's just certain shit that's already, like, come on, man. It's certain shit that they know already, but it's like, you still ain't gonna admit, bro. Like, you still ain't gonna let these niggas, like, I don't know, but then I cop a plea and just take my shit. You know what I'm saying? Cause you definitely ain't taking your shit.
Yeah.
You ain't taking your shit, but when I take my shit, I'm a snitch.
Yeah.
I just think that shit backwards, bro.
Streets ain't fair, man. Streets ain't fair.
But like I said, bro, it's different if we did that shit together. Like, we both were trapping together. Like, he didn't say that. Like, they didn't say that was what they were doing. Like, he didn't say that. We don't know that information. So I'm saying we don't know. Like,
it just look crazy, man. That's all I know.
yeah, it looked crazy. Like, I even tried to listen to the album again. I was like, bro, that shit, I can't even listen to it no more because, like, in so many other songs, they talk about snitching and being the rat.
All the time.
And it was like, damn, bro. Like, even if you didn't, it just how it looked just was enough to call you a rat. Like, just based on how it looked, like, you ain't even supposed to get close to even coming to looking like that.
Right. Yeah, they kick it.
That's why they give T.I. hell still.
I'm telling you.
And they ain't got no videos of that nigga in court. They got a whole video of Gunna.
Damn,
like, and then that's another thing I thought about. Like, damn, like, how did his video, out of all of the ones that took the plea, like, how did they end up videoing him, bro? I felt like that was weird too.
That was strategic, I believe, man.
And that shit, man, that's how I feel too, bro. I feel like this all some bullshit. And then, like, but then everybody really calling this man a snitch, so it make you feel like damn, bro, like, Thug might have not had nothing to do with this. Like, damn, bro, really snitched on purpose. Like it make you lose, like, any type of hope that this was a strategy. Because you got Bootsy coming out here, a rat, and all, like, everybody coming out, and then he tried to post, and then ended up turning into, like, and he got over 50,000 comments under that shit.
What, like bad comments or something?
It's a mixture. It's a lot of people under there glad he was home, and then there was a lot of people like, bro, I can't believe you did that shit, bro. And then you gonna come on, you gonna say that YSL was a gang in court, but then you gonna come on Instagram and say that it was a label. But that takes us back. Like, I mean, shit. We just repeated Thug's song. So, I mean, like, I just, I don't know, bro. This shit just funny, bro.
Main thing I take away from this, bro, is to be careful about, you know, anybody or any organization that I get involved with. That's my main takeaway. And just think about, you know, consider what could come of it.
Yeah.
So be careful.
For sure, regardless, because you need to know the consequences and you need to stand by the consequences. That's for everybody.
Whew. That's a major key. Like, if you see it could be some bullshit, go ahead and accept it. And that's even for our own actions. You feel me? Like, if we get involved with something or we do something, criminal or not, we got to accept the possible consequences that come with it.
Yeah, all of the possibilities.
Real talk. And be okay with it. Don't expect nobody to take the fall for us or none of that. Like, nah, accept it. Receive that shit. Because at the end of the day, it's a decision that we made. And that's what I take from this whole thing, bro.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Accountability.
Don't be no follower. Don't be no follower. If being a follower can get your ass, it can get you messed up being a follower. So like always, like you can be affiliated and you can be, you know, a supporter of somebody, but you can support them, but also have, you know, your own way of doing things. So like, don't be afraid to, you know, like still have some type of individualism when you're connected to a group of people. So like, also too, like always have integrity. I feel like a lot of things that's going on in the streets now, it's not integral. Like it's not a lot of integrity. So that's one of the points I was trying to make in the conversation. Like I feel like if you guilty, like I understand you saying 12 need to do their job, but you got other people's lives at stake. Now I feel like if you got other people's lives at stake, you need to do what's right. That's how I feel. Like if you know, now if you innocent, that's another story. You know what I'm saying? If you innocent, you know your squad need to ride for you because they need to know you innocent too. You see what I'm saying? But if you know you guilty and you got people's lives at stake, people's lives finna be changed forever. I just feel like you need to man up and you need to take your responsibility, take your accountability, take responsibility of your own actions.
Real
You know
talk.
what I'm saying? Everybody need to take responsibility of their actions, bro.
Real talk. And I believe, you know, from my perspective, that man piece, being a man, like that need to trump any code going on out here, bro.
Right.
Like
right.
that being a man and holding yourself accountable and moving with integrity. Like when it comes to that, man, fuck a code, bro.
I mean, I feel like that is the code, bro. I feel like that need to be like the default code.
But see,
like,
the thing is, it ain't.
I know it, bro.
That's the problem with it, bro. I mean, I get it. It has its. It is cool in some instances, but in other instances, it's not, bro. It's almost it can almost be a cop out. Like, nah, I don't want to go. I don't want to go to jail. So, you know, I'm gonna keep denying what I got going. But nah, nigga, accept your fate, bro.
Nah, for real. That is true, bro. I don't feel like that's gangster. Like gangsters be knowing what they getting into, bro.
Right.
Like gangsters already know what they getting into, and I don't feel like it's gangster when you allow, when you're a grown man, but you allow somebody else to serve your time, bro.
Come on now. And I think that's some of that new shit, bro. Like, I don't know, cause it just seems like it's been a difference. Cause when you think about, you know, gangs from back in the day, it was like they had a little bit more integrity on stuff. It seemed like they had things in place that would prevent stuff from getting to a certain point where it ain't no integrity in the situation no more. It was, cause I've heard people say, like, you know, I'm gonna do my dirt by myself. You feel me? I'm gonna do my dirt by myself. I ain't gonna have nobody with me. I'm doing it on my own, and that's something that I don't really hear no more. It's like niggas want a bunch of niggas involved with they shit.
Nah, niggas want decoys. They want a lot of niggas that they can use as puns because they make it harder for them to get caught. But now they throwing RICOs. So it's like it used to be like a cover up. Like, let me have a whole entourage. Let me have a whole gang so they don't know which way we moving, which way we coming. like a slim crowd. You got like if we got a small circle, then it's only a few niggas in the circle. Like it's only like they can choose and guess and end up getting the right guy. Versus like I got a gang of folks like, yeah, you gotta get all of us to really get me. And that's what's going on. Like they building cases because niggas got a lot of niggas around them. A lot of niggas around them, like in fronting. Got fronts going on and stuff like that. But and it is what it is. The streets is different. It's different from my understanding. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's always been this way, honestly, bro. I don't feel like niggas take their charges, bro. I don't feel like that was ever the culture. I feel like this always been the case. Like if I did it, but you know me and we was together, like don't say nothing. We just gonna ride it out. Like that's been the thing. Like, yeah, nigga, I ain't saying that. We don't say nothing. Let them folks do their job. And they end up going to trial, being found guilty, and we both go to jail. For what?
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that could definitely always happen when there's more than one person involved, for sure.
That shit crazy, bro. Like, and then all y'all going, like, you gonna end up going to jail anyway. So why didn't you just say it's mine? You would have rather us all go to jail? Like, you know you finna lose if you go to trial. You know this. You know you guilty already before we even get into trial and going to court and all of this shit. Like, you could have just saved us the hassle. But you, like, actually, when we got stopped, I could have went home right then by you saying this my shit.
Yeah.
I was literally in that same situation with one of my brothers, and I ain't calling no names. Like my brother was like, we both was some real. I'm gonna stop saying nigga. Like we was some real Nijis.
Mm-hmm.
Like we was real brothers. Like we standing there and police trying to tell us like he's saying it's yours. He's saying it's yours, trying to turn us against one another.
Mm.
And we both saying, now at one point we both were saying, yeah, it ain't mine. But then after he realized, like after we both realized, now I ain't gonna lie, I was willing to go to jail for my brother. Like, that's just me though. Everybody ain't like that.
Yeah.
But see, I was willing to ride for mine. Like if it needed be and we both had to go to jail, we was both gonna go to jail. But because we built different, we built solid, we built like men, we was taught to like we were taught real love. Like, and so real love wasn't gonna allow my brother to say, yeah, it ain't mine. And we both go to jail, knowing that it was his mistake.
Yeah.
And for y'all to know, like this case is closed. It can't be reopened. He done already served probation or whatever. So this can't be reopened. So like, yeah, we was literally in that same situation. I was in handcuffs, he was in handcuffs, and we both was literally about to go to jail. And what was found in the car was a hard drug.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was a pill. And you know, they still count pills as like the real thing because it got the real thing inside of the pill.
Right.
So yeah, bro, he had to literally say, yeah, it's mine. For him to take the charge, like, because he told the truth on himself instead of allowing us to go to jail together, getting locked up for them to find out that it still was gonna be ours. Whether we admitted that it was ours or not, the court was gonna still say that it was ours due to the evidence, nigga. It was found in the car that we were in. So they still was gonna pin it on both of us because we was in the car with it. So whether you said it was yours or not, we was gonna go to jail and it was gonna say it was yours.
Yeah.
So why not just say it's yours, just like my brother did? He manned up. Cause I was going no matter, like I was gonna go because I'm a real brother. So like if it was needed, I would have went. But it wasn't needed. Like all he did was like, you know what? It was on me. That was my mistake. You know what I'm saying? And it was his mistake. I didn't say that it was his mistake. Shit, I was telling 12 that it wasn't like, I don't know where the fuck the shit came from. I was telling 12 that, you know, shit, he drive Uber and Lyft. Somebody, you know, could have dropped the pill in the car. Shit, it'd be hundreds of people getting out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that was the thing. That was the story. That's what we said. You know, he drive Uber and Lyft, sir. It could have been anybody pill, but since it was his car, he still wasn't going to allow me to get locked up with him. So it was just a smart chess move because if both of us would have went to jail, the car would have got impounded, and like it wouldn't have been nobody to call, nobody to get us out of jail because nobody would have known. We got like it was like it happened at like 12 to 1 o'clock in the morning.
Mm.
So he took his charge, and I went home and I got his ass out of jail. You know, we made some calls, and you know, in the night he was in there for like less than 20, like close to 24 hours, but not a full 24 hours, but enough to say he was in there long enough to feel like, yeah, I've been to jail.
I guess.
So
Gotcha. Yeah, man, that's some grown man shit, man, and I think that's what need to be focused on more, bro. Like we gotta have men. We gotta have men out here in the melanated community, even in the streets, bro. And I understand there's some not so good stuff going on out there, but I think that, you know, being a man of integrity need to be promoted more instead of fuck the police. You know, they're gonna have to work to get me. Like, man, be a man, bro. And if you ain't willing to take that, what come with it, don't even get involved.
right.
Don't try to have 1 foot in the streets and one foot out. Like, be in that motherfucker or not.
Nah, for real, because you're gonna harm a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
For real, for real. But more of the story, like bro said, we want to just talk about this because it is an ongoing current event, and like it's some real ethics that can come out of this conversation. One was stand on yours. One was also watch out, you know, who you do things with and who you hang around, because not everybody got your best interest. And when shit hit the fan like this, they gonna want you to go down with them.
Uh-huh.
But if you are guilty, take your shit now.
I'll tell you.
I ain't saying like this is not a it's okay to snitch episode.
Not at all.
We need to make that clear. This is not a it's okay to snitch episode. It is not okay if you're guilty of a crime. Don't implicate somebody else to get lesser time. Now, take your shit. Take your shit now. If you can take your stuff and be a man about yours, be a man about yours. But don't go and now if you guilty, right? If you was with this person and both of y'all guilty, don't tell some more information on this person to get lesser time. That's a snitch.
Right.
No. All right. With that being said, that's enough of that conversation. I know, man. Like, that's like per se not a conversation that we should, you know, be so quick to have because it's still considered kind of gossip.
Mm-hmm.
But we just wanted to touch on that to kind of bring some important values out of it. But moving on to the next segment. What's recent thing, man, that we've been learning, Victor? I know lately I've been tapping into, let's see, man, AI, bro. Like chat GPT. You ever heard of that?
Mm-mm.
Man, it's that artificial intelligence, man. Like the AI, like you can literally type something in and it'll give you an answer. It'll give you like a visual picture of what you're trying to create. Like it increases your efficiency, like when it comes to getting things done in your business, etc. Like, so I'm finna do some more training on it, bro, so we can start implementing it in F&F and everything that we have going on. Like, we can literally say, okay, I have a business. We can talk to this AI generator, right, and say, I have a business. I want you to create a business plan, and you can give them some brief information about your company, and it can go write you a whole business plan for this company. Also, bro, I'm getting ready to use it for the podcast as well. So like we can ask this AI machine, right? We can say, I need some podcast topics. Give me 10 podcast topics that you think people would listen to. It will literally generate, you know, specific topics. Like if we say, okay, I have a podcast where we talk about transformation, growth, and change. Like if I told AI that, it'll come up with podcast topics that's relevant to the type of podcast that we have. For us. It'll generate that shit for us. And it also remembers, like, it remembers your conversations. It remembers like what you said. So like if it was listening to if it was listening to our whole conversation right now, it'll be able to generate new episodes of the podcast based on the information that it gathered from us.
That's wild.
Bro, that's too wild. So that literally means, bro, if we put the information inside of AI, we can literally create 100 episodes right now. Just through AI. It'll take a few hours, but we can create a few hundred episodes of our podcast just based off of the information that we put inside of it.
Mm.
So I want you to also look into that, bro, because we need to implement that ASAP before it becomes too expensive.
Word. Well, that made me think about something I learned myself, because I have been familiar with this AI, but it was something else you put on the end of it that I didn't hear about. I wasn't familiar with the term that you use, but I have heard about AI. Mm-hmm. And something that I learned recently in terms of that is that AI is out here writing songs, bro.
Better believe it, bro.
And they say that these songs are charting.
Come on now.
And but one thing that I did take away, which I really needed to hear, was that one guy was expressing in his video, I saw that, the AI may not necessarily be able to generate that emotion that humans can. And that's what artists at this point really need to pay attention to. Not just generate music. Like even with writing a song, it can't just be, I'm just writing this song. Like, no, we really got to dig into how we feel. And I think that'll be a good thing with more artists, becoming aware of what this AI is doing, because that's what music is supposed to be. And I think a lot of times at this point, it turned into, I need a hit. And people have been totally neglecting the true artistry and the emotion that's supposed to be a part of it.
I agree.
That just brought me back. It kind of just brought me back to, putting more focus on the feelings and the experiences that we have as people, and making that apparent through the music. And that just really touching on certain topics and giving it our own perspective, and not so much just focusing on, numbers, but the real art of it, man. And that's something I'm gonna carry with me moving forward for sure.
Man, I agree with that, and I think that's wonderful, bro. Like that you got that perspective, because in today's society, they want you not to use your body. So I'm saying that it's like the more time progress, they trying to get you to use less of you to get what you need done. So like really trying to make you dumb. And I seen this online, forgot where I was, but I literally seen that they are changing the grade scale, bro, in public school systems. So like kids are getting dumber. So now you can get a 40 or something like that, and it's a C.
What?
I know, right, man? Like it's not even funny, bro.
Like bullshit, bro.
Bro, you can get a 40 and it's a C, dog. Like, so that shows you that, man, like people are getting dumber. People are getting dumber. People are reading less, and that comes to show you that the Matrix is that's what it does. It takes your mind away. You stop thinking for yourself. You stop studying. Like you stop. Only time, like, bro, I used to be like this myself. Like, be like, hey, bro, you read? You like, we read? I don't read. Niggas don't read. Literally, outside of school, like outside of going to school, it's people like ain't read a book since they left school, and it's probably been like 20 years since they left school. So you got to understand that if you're not constantly growing, you dying. Like you got to be evolving. So it's like that's what's happening, bro. People are not growing. People are not evolving. People are getting dumber because they're allowing things to take care of them instead of them thinking for themselves. And that's why a lot of these jobs are getting ready to not be around, because robots and AI, like we're just talking about now, is taking positions. But like you said, it's certain positions that AI can't take, like therapy, like like conversation, like conversationalists. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you was just saying, if you let AI and the computer generate your music, you're losing that connection. That connection, because there's a connection that's made out of real communication. And that's artificial communication. Like, that's just like me sitting here talking to a GPS. Like, I'm literally talking to my phone, talking to a GPS. Like, that's not the same as human interaction.
Mm-hmm. And that just made me think about when I used to ask people about stuff. Like, say if somebody make a statement, and then I ask them, you know, something that would further the conversation. But I used to hate when folks be like, Google it. I'm like, no. Like, don't you understand that I could possibly receive more from having a conversation with you about it?
Right.
Like, I might pick up something totally different than what Google gonna spit out.
Minus the clutter. Like, minus the clutter. Like, when you cough me up an answer, I'm getting it direct. Like, and that's what people like. That's what I feel like people don't have. People are losing because, like I said, people are not studying. They don't have true knowledge. Like, everything that they know is coming from the matrix, which is like, it's coming from their timeline. It's coming from what else? It's coming from their music. It's coming from their movies that they watch. It's not coming from like certified sources. Like, it's not coming from helpful sources. It's coming from sources that aren't trustworthy when it comes to our, well-being.
Mm-hmm.
And so that shit crazy, bro. But man, with that being said, brother, we're gonna dive into the financial theme and the financial tip of the month, which is stick to your financial goal. I don't care how small it is. Sometimes we deem goals too small, sometimes because we want to speed up the process. And that's another pointer that I want to add. If you're saving a certain amount of money, sometimes you want to grow too fast, right? You want to grow bigger than your britches a little too soon. So, like, you're looking at this money in your savings account and you're like, man, I wanted to grow faster. I wanted to grow faster. But, man, pace yourself, because we in it for the long haul. And you got to understand that, also, I do want to make this pointer. We have to also have balance, not to put so much stress in our finances. We have to understand that we are doing this for a reason, nothing more, nothing less. We have to use this for what it's used for. So, like, also think about why you saving this money. Think about why you have this financial goal, and let those reasons be strong, because don't let it just to have it. Don't let just having it be the reason. Like, direct your income to a certain place so you don't get caught up in it. Don't let all of your money just go to building your ego and your pleasures of this life. Let some of your income go towards impact and changing lives and doing things that God will want you to do. That's another point of life. Have your goals together, have your financial goals together, but at the end of the day, you have to understand that we shouldn't put faith in these things, but we should place these things.
That's hard. That's hard.
Yeah, bro.
Beautifully said.
Anything else you want to say, King Victor?
Nah, that's it, man. We're good, man. That was a good end. That's a good ending note right there, man, for sure.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Give honor to the creator.
All right.
But with that being said, we thank everybody for tuning in to conversation number 49. I'm co-host King John Michael Best.
And I'm your other co-host, King Victor Thomas II.
And we out, man. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Peace. Are you stressed, anxious, or depressed? Well, here's some good news for you. We started a mental health movement called MH10, and we encourage people to pay more attention to their mental health. So do this for us. Take at least 10 minutes per day to take a walk in nature, a jog, run, or just meditation to decrease your stress. because stress is one of the leading causes of chronic physical and mental illnesses in the body. So if you want to join the movement, you can also post on social media, post your 10 minutes by using hashtag MH10 or mental health 10 minutes.